For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. Let us often consider how great the perfection of the evangelical law is. It must be internal, spiritual, and in the truth of God. Who can flatter himself with having come near the exactness of these persons in avoiding open and visible sins, and in fulfilling the external part of the law, with having come near the length of their prayers and the austerity of their lives? And yet, in order to be saved, one must surpass them in righteousness, that which God principally requires in righteousness of heart, charity, humility, and sincere love of the law, of justice, and so on. Whoever has not these may be the most holy person in the world before men, and the most contemptible in the sight of God. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whoever shalt kill shall be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raca, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, Thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. Observe here the punishment: 1, of murder; 2, of anger; 3, of an angry word; and 4, of an injurious word. Who will not tremble at these words? Who will not dread the judgment of God, who condemns and punishes the external effects of anger in proportion to the hatred which a man carries in his heart? Murder is the most punishable of all crimes according to the written law, in respect both to our neighbor and of civil society. But he who sees the heart, and who judges it by the external law, punishes as much a word or a desire, if the hatred from whence they proceed be complete and perfected. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother hath aught against thee, of how great importance is it for a man before the communion to examine whether he has nothing in his heart which is contrary to charity. A Christian has no enemies at all. He has only brethren, looking upon all men as children of God and members of Christ, or at least as capable of becoming such. If a brotherly heart was required even of a Jew in order to his offering, a bullock or a lamb, what ought then be the charity of a Christian who offers up the representative sacrifice of the Son of God, and who is obliged to receive him into his heart? Leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. No sacrifice can be acceptable to God unless it be accompanied with that of a sincere charity. The gift and offering which God prefers to all others is for a man to take away out of his own and his brother's heart all seeds of hatred by an humble and necessary satisfaction, or by a charitable and voluntary prevention. It is to fly in the face of the Son of God with respect to his doctrine and command, to send to the communion, or to admit to the grace of reconciliation, a sinner who will neither forgive nor make any satisfaction for injuries. A religion, the very soul of which is charity, cannot suffer at the feet of its altars a heart which is vengeful, or which does not use its utmost endeavor to revive charity in the heart of another. Agree with thine adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. It is a real folly for a man not to be reconciled while he has time. Unhappy he who puts it off till death, still more unhappy he who lets slip this last and precious moment, the loss whereof is irreparable. But how great is the madness, how desperate the rage of the duellist, who goes in cold blood to deliver himself up to his judge, to seek his executioner, and to cast himself into the eternal prison, by being the occasion of his own death, either through the engagement of a false honor, or out of a foolish vanity, or in following the torrent of a diabolical custom, or even under the actual impulse of a moral hatred, and while his heart is entirely possessed and inflamed with the desire and with the last effort of revenge. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the utmost farthing. How terrible is thy justice, O my God, even to the most righteous! What will become of him who thou shalt judge according to rigor? He who has not labored before his death to change justice into mercy by a sincere repentance shall never escape out of God's hands.